book up wide and meet adventures that wait for you. Live and learn and laugh and play whenever your dream comes true. You could swim along the river all the way to the sea. You could fly up in the sky above the clouds and trees. You could plant a flower garden up on top of the moon. You could swing through the jungle all afternoon. Wherever our story takes us, I can't wait to see. Yes, friends, come and read with me. It's Online Storytime.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Online Storytime at your Grand Rapids Area Library. I'm Miss Tracy.
I'm Teacher Missy.
And we are so excited that you're with us today. Hey, Teacher Missy, before we start talking about the really fun thing I'm so excited about today, the fun thing we're going to talk about, should we sing?
Let's sing a little song.
And guess what? Singing has a little thing to do with what we're going to talk about today.
It does.
All right, so let's just sing our best today. Here we go. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, clap your hands. If you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, if you want to hear a story, clap your hands. Ah, there we go.
Here we are.
So what do you want to talk about today?
Well, two things that we were just doing have a little bit to do with what we were going to talk about today. This is really a really fun topic. We're going to talk about performing.
Putting on a show!
Putting on a show.
Storytime friends, have you ever put on a show for somebody? Maybe dressed up a little bit?
Or puppets.
Yes, threw a diaper on your head. You know?
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Make sure it's clean.
What an incredibly fun thing to do.
Well, and if you look at our picture here, these children look to be like they're on a stage, and they're probably doing what we call a play.
That's right.
And where you act out a part.
That's right. You know, there's another part of putting on a show that I think is important to talk about too, and that's when you get to watch a show.
Yes.
When you are in the audience of a show and you are watching a show, you have an important role in what's going on.
Yes, you do.
Because it's your job to sit and watch and clap and laugh. And the more animated that you are, the better your show's going to be.
That's right. And when you are doing that, we call that you are part of the audience. Mm-hmm. You are the people sitting out in front of the show. And it can be a lot of different kinds of shows.
That's right.
It can be a stage show. It could be a musical show.
Sure.
It could be a concert.
Yep.
So there are lots of different
shows, things that you would be watching.
Performances of some kind.
So it is crazy fun to be on the stage. It's also really cool to be watching.
It is.
So do you have any good books about putting on a show?
I do. Miss Tracy, look, this is our first book we're going to read today.
It looks like those people are sitting in chairs.
Well, they are sitting in chairs, and they look kind of dressed up, too, I noticed. Both of this young man and this older gentleman are wearing bow ties.
Wow, that's fancy. They must be going to a fancy place.
I think so, and the people in the row down here look to be pretty dressed up, too, with jewelry and ties. Well, the name of our book is called Luigi at the Opera. Opera is a very specific kind of music. It's a kind of singing, and we don't get much chance to hear opera in our area.
Mm-mm. But isn't opera like a whole show done with just singing?
It is. It is. The whole show from beginning to end is all about singing. And the book was written by Ellie Aldridge Bell, and the artwork, remember what we call that person? Yep, the illustrator, was done by Stacy Williams. And the book comes to us from Little Bahalia Publishing. Let's see what Luigi is an Italian name. Did you know that, Miss Tracy?
I think I did.
Luigi loves opera. He listens to people singing stories in Grandpa's car. And that's usually what you hear at an opera. It's a story told by song. Happy stories, funny stories, sad stories. We are opera aficionados, said Grandpa. Rigoletto, opera lovers. That's what aficionado means. Something you like very, very much. Luigi loves going to the opera with Grandpa Rigoletto. Today they are going to see an opera about a ghost ship. Grandpa Rigoletto wears a tuxedo and Luigi wears a bow tie. I'm a ghost pirate, Grandpa. His opera glasses are just like pirate eye patches. And there they are. Inside the opera house, Luigi and Grandpa Rigoletto stop and look up. Chandeliers, gold glittering lights. Magnifico, my nipote, says Grandpa Rigoletto. Awesome, says Luigi. At the door of the theater, an usher hands them a program. Each row has a letter and each seat has a number. Find our seats, says Grandpa Rigoletto. I hope you're big enough to hold the seat down. Those are kind of like the seats we had in movie theaters.
That's right.
You know how they pop up and then you have to sit on them to hold the seat down. The auditorium lights go out. Quiet. The musicians in the orchestra pit seem close when Luigi uses his opera glasses. The piccolo player scratches her nose with the piccolo. The director lifts his baton. She's itching her nose with her piccolo. That's kind of silly. Ah, music. Luigi almost floats. The curtain rises. The stage is a seacoast. A big ship with a red sail. The sail snaps and billows. And this is the scene they see when the curtains are pulled back on stage. Drum roll, thunder, cymbals clang, lightning flashes. Luigi loves opera. During intermission, Luigi and Grandpa Rigoletto go to the lobby for a snack. Luigi munches on a biscotti. Do you know what a biscotti is?
Is it like a hard cookie?
It is. I love them. They're a really hard cookie. And they're kind of dry, but they're really tasty. They have a really good taste. They're great to dunk.
And what a neat thing that you can get a snack at intermission.
Yeah.
Wow.
And sometimes when there is an intermission, it's probably a fairly long performance. So they get a little break, and then the actors and the actresses and the singers get their little break and maybe change the set. Grandpa Rigoletto drinks champagne. Lights flicker. It's time for the rest of the opera. The curtain rises. The storm is over. And the ship is gone. A beautiful woman with big hair sings with the violins. She is an opera singer. Suddenly, a lady in the row in front begins to cough. Shh, people whisper, quiet. Luigi reaches into his pocket. Oh, thank you, whispers the lady, smiling. And if you can see, he hands her something. I think it's a piece of candy or maybe a throat lozenge to help her to stop coughing. That was very thoughtful of him to do that. Luigi hears a snore. Grandpa Rigoletto's head nods toward his cummerbund. Luigi gives him a little nudge. Wake up. Grandpa Rigoletto opens his eyes. Listen, just listening, my little aficionado. Grandpa Rigoletto smiles. He kind of started to doze off. The opera ends and everyone claps. Bravo! Somebody yells. Bravo! Booms Grandpa Rigoletto. Bravo! Echoes Luigi. The curtain opens and the cast takes a bow. The audience stands and keeps on clapping. Oh, they really like that performance. When you stand up, that's a big deal. That's called a standing ovation. Outside the opera house, Grandpa Rigoletto and Luigi stroll down the avenue. Thank you for escorting me to the opera, says Grandpa. Oh, I loved it, said Luigi. We are true opera aficionados, Grandpa Regalado said to Luigi. Opera lovers, Grandpa and Luigi together. La fine, the end. He even untied his tie. They enjoyed that performance at the opera.
Hey, Storytime friends. Hey, Teacher Missy.
Yes, Miss Tracy.
Are you all ready for a flannel board?
Oh, let's do a flannel board.
All right, today we're going to do a flannel board song, and it's called To Put on a Show. All right, so we're going to start with nothing, and we're going to end with a show. And I'm going to ask you at the very end, what show do you think it is that we're putting on? I bet you might be able to guess. Here we go. What do we need to put on a show? We're gonna need a place to go where we can set up some chairs in a row. Today we're doing a show. Right, so we gotta figure out where we're gonna do our show. And I think we're gonna put on our show in a bedroom, all right? So we're gonna need a bed. Here's a dresser. All right, now we have a good spot to put on our show. What do we need to put on a show? We're gonna need some people who know how to act out a story just so. Today we're going to shine. I will ask my brother Jack, my dog named Mac, my sister Nat. I will ask my grandma Pat, will you be in my show? Well, that's quite the cast we have. I wonder if they'll all say yes.
Well, I hope so.
Let's see. Well, let me grab them. Okay, here we go. What else do we need? We will need some costumes to wear, clothes on our backs, and hoods in our hair. Can you recognize who's there? When we put on our show. Oh my gosh, everyone's in costume. What else do we need? We will need an audience, an audience, an audience. Look, here comes our audience. Now it's time for the show. All right, Storytime friends, what show are these people putting on? What do you see? I see a wolf in a bed wearing Grandma's cap. I see a woodsman, and I see a girl in a red hood.
In a red hood.
What do you think? I think you're right. I think all of these audience members are watching Little Red Riding Hood. Hey, thanks for playing.
Miss Tracy, I've got another book for us to read.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Check this one out.
Are they on a stage?
These kids are, you know, I can't tell if they're on a stage, but they are dressed up. I see some costumes going on here. Looks like they're going to put together some kind of a performance, is what I think. Allie and the Sea Stars. This is written by Allie Stroker, and the pictures were done by Gillian Reed, and the book comes to us from HarperCollins. Allie and the Sea Stars. Well, let's find out about that. I wonder who's Allie. Which one of these kids? One of these kids is Allie. We'll find out here in a minute. Let's see. Who is Allie? What are the Sea Stars? Allie was a sister and a seashell spotter. She was a boogie boarder, a beach bather, and a friend to everyone at Breezy Beach. Best of all, Allie was a dancer, a singer, and an actor. Ever since I went to the theater with Graham, I wanted to be on stage, Allie said to the girl who scooped the ice cream on the boardwalk. At least I want to be, Allie told the mailman. Someday I'll be in a show, she told Kate, the lifeguard. Someday? Kate asked. Why wait for someday? Tweet! She blew a whistle. Kate blew her whistle at a man swimming out too far. Oh, yeah, you don't want to do that. The lifeguard is the person that looks from a high chair when you're at the beach and watches out. We don't see many lifeguards anymore. We used to have them at all the beaches. We don't anymore. Why wait? Allie had never thought of that. Why wait? A smile spread across her face. Why wait? Allie threw her arms wide. Yes, she sang. We'll put on a show right here at Breezy Beach. First, Allie picked the show. This one's too long. Too sad. Too obvious. Too many cats. Wait, this has everything. Drama, adventure, magic. And the story she picked was Peter Pan.
Oh, wow.
I know, I love that story. Everyone wanted a part, so Allie held auditions. That's a big word. As Tracy, do you know what an audition is?
An audition is when a whole bunch of people come together and they try out for a part. They want a certain part in the show.
Right. And then whoever is doing the show or putting the show together can pick the person they think will do the best job in that part. Mm-hmm. She cast her best friend Sarah as Wendy, her little sister Tori as the crocodile, and her neighbor Will as Captain Cook. And then she said, I'll be Peter Pan. Ta-da! Allie cried. Dad. Look at, there's her dad. I wonder who her dad's gonna be. Wait till you find out, it's pretty funny. They hung posters all over town. Come see a show, Peter Pan on Breezy Beach. Come see a show next Sunday. They gave away tickets. The greatest show in Breezy Beach, and it's free. They built the set at Graham's house. I just knew those old boxes would come in handy. They made costumes. Allie woke up at night thinking about the show. What if someone forgets their lines? She worried about that. What if I forget my lines? She couldn't let that happen. And you have to go over and over your lines until you know them by heart. They rehearsed every single day. They sang until the songs sounded perfect. Stage left means to the right, I think. They danced until everyone knew every move. You're right or my right. Something was missing. We need pixie dust, Tori declared. And she's pouring glitter into a bucket. Pixie dust. The day of the show, Allie, her friends, her dad, and her little sister carried the sets to the boardwalk. La 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 la. They warmed up. They put on their costumes, and then plink, 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 a raindrop splashed on Allie's nose. The sky was stormy. Tweet! Kate cleared the beach. The wind tore off Tori's crocodile snout. It tumbled down the boardwalk and Allie's green hat rolled right behind it. Quick! 2 scoops! Go to 2 scoops a lot. I wonder what 2 scoops a lot is. It's a little building right here, and I think it's an ice cream shop. Inside it was dry. Outside it wasn't. Rain washed the paint off of the pirate ship. 2 trees blew away. Peter Pan's cardboard hideout sunk into the sand. The storm passed, but the sets were ruined. The cast was drenched. We can do the show next week, Sarah said. But Allie didn't want to wait. Everyone was coming today. She couldn't let them down. No, Allie said. We said, rain or shine, the show must go on. Allie zipped around the boardwalk. A beach chair? Oh, that could be the pirate ship. A green bucket? That could be her new hat. The storm had tossed plenty of seaweed onto the beach. She could use that for the trees. But what about the crocodile? Aha! Shark? Crocodile? The audience can use its imagination. The show must go on, and the show did. Breezy Beach had never seen anything like it. Tori was a scary crocodile or shark. Allie's dad charmed as Tinkerbell. Will was a funny Captain Hook, and Sarah was a perfect Wendy. The show went off without a hitch. And Allie? Well, Allie performed her heart out. She sang, and she danced, and she gave it her all. The crowd gave a huge ovation. You're a star, Sarah said. Breezy Beach Sea Stars Theater Company, they're holding their sign. We all are, Allie said. We are the Sea Stars. They worked really hard together, didn't they, to put that together?
They put on a great show.
They did. Rain or shine. They didn't let that stop them. They didn't let that stop them. Allie and the Sea Stars.
Hey, Storytime friends. Hey, Teacher Missy.
Yes, Miss Tracy.
Anybody want to do a little shaking? A little shaking. Okay, all right. That's go on forever. All right. Hey, Teacher Missy, do you want to shake with this thing?
Yeah, let's shake
This is just, oh my goodness. Okay. Well, you're going to have to shake it weird because they all kind of...
Sometimes those get stuck together, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, they're all stuck together. That's kind of weird. Anyway, this is just a little plastic case with some bottle caps in it. Teacher Missy's going to shake...
Oh, look, I got him loose.
Excuse me? Did you hear that? Storytime friends. Giraffe would like to be our storytime friend today.
Good morning.
Hi, Teacher Missy.
How are you, Giraffe?
Hello, storytime friends. I'm so excited. Giraffe particularly likes to shake.
He does.
All right, Giraffe, you sit right down there. And before we start to shake, oh, by the way, if you don't have your Storytime kit yet, we have a handful of them here. And they look like this, and they have a label that says Online Storytime Kit. And all you have to do is come to the library, come to the circulation desk, and say, hey, could I have a Storytime kit? And you'll get one, and you can keep it forever and ever, and it's free. All right? So I want you to take whatever you're going to shake. And if you don't have something to shake today, you haven't made anything yet, well, first of all, you could pause this, go make something, and then come back. Because really, just even an envelope with some beans in it is a good shaker. Or you can clap your hands too. Instead of shaking, you can also clap. But today we're going to shake. And we're going to do a warm-up song called We Shake Our Eggs Together because we haven't done this in a while. Here we go. Oh, you know what? I bet you Teacher Missy would like to have some shaken words.
Shaken words, that's what I need.
There we go.
All right, thank you, Miss Tracy.
Here we go. We shake our eggs together, we shake our eggs together, we shake our eggs together, because it's fun to do. We shake them up high, we shake them down low, we shake them in the middle, because it's fun to do. Let's shake them one more time. We shake our eggs together, we shake our eggs together, we shake our eggs together, because it's fun to do. We shake them up high, we shake them down low, we shake them in the middle, because it's fun to do. All right, now we're gonna shake to a song called We're Going to a Show. All right, here we go. We're going to a show. We're going to a show. Hi ho, it's time to go. We're going to a show. Now, when we get to a show, what do we have to do? If we're in the audience, we have to find where we're going to sit. We're going to find our seats. We're going to find our seats. Hi ho, don't move too slow. We're going to find our seats. Okay, now we have our seats. It's time to settle down. It's time to settle down. Hi ho, it's time for the show. It's time to settle down. Okay, what do we do while the show is going? We listen and we watch. We listen and we watch. Hi ho, I love this show. We listen and we watch. And when the show's over, I thought that show was great. I thought that show was great. Hi ho, we're home from the show. I thought that show was great. And hey, if we just saw a great show and we're home, let's put on a show. Let's put on a show. Hi ho, get ready to go. We're going to put on a show. Yay! Hey friends, thanks for shaking.
Storytime friends. Teacher Missy, I had such a fun time today.
This was a really fun day today.
We did a flannel board about putting on Little Red Riding Hood, and we shook about putting on a show, and such great stories. We learned how to be a good audience member. Wasn't it a good thing that Luigi had a throat lozenge or a candy in his pocket to help that lady?
Because she was coughing.
That's right, and he kind of elbowed Grandpa awake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Allie and the Sea Stars, Allie put on a great show. They did Peter Pan. And I think that you, Storytime friends, could put on a pretty good show too. But for now, it's time for us to say goodbye.
We do.
All
Our
right.
show is coming to a close.
That's right. Our show is ending. Your show is starting. Here we go. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Yes, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Story time is done today. Now it's time to go and play. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Goodbye, everybody.
Have fun. Put on a little show.